Live from the Ally Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Touchdown Productions, now in our 17th year of sports excellence, is proud to present NU Minor Volleyball. Tonight we continue our coverage of the 2014 season as the Nevada Union Miners take on the Ponderosa Bruins. It's a key non-league matchup, so don't go anywhere. We've got volleyball coming up right here, right now, on your NorCal Game of the Week. The 2014 Miners take a break from their road to the SFL title tonight as they take on one of the top teams in the area, the Ponderosa Bruins. Good evening, volleyball fans, wherever you are across our worldwide network. This is Steve Sitter taking the place of Jim Adams, the voice of NU Minor Volleyball. And joining me courtside is veteran volleyball announcer Ed Martin. Our director in the Commander 2 is Gilbert M. Dominguez and Patrick Sheehy, and they are joined by the rest of the Touchdown Productions sports team of Lauren Unger, Bianca Cruz-Manifor, and Tony Rondini. Ed, the Miners find themselves in second place tonight.
Yep, that's right, Steve. They've been sailing along in the SFL this season. The only real obstacle's been Granite Bay, which comes here next week, so we'll have a chance to try to right that wrong. They got to focus tonight, though, bring their A game. It's a non-league matchup. Their Division IV school, Delta River League, play with Jesuit, which is second in that league, but they're in our playoff bracket or playoff pool, so we may see them again.
And tonight's game is the first of 3 home games in a row.
That's right. It gives the home fans a chance to remember, to show up, see the team, get accustomed to it, start getting ready for the end of the season and the playoffs.
So the table is set here at the Ally. It's the NU Miners versus the Ponderosa Bruins. Remember, you can see tonight's game and all of our sports telecasts on our Touchdown Productions Game of the Week YouTube channel. And of course, all our programs are available on DVDs at our online store. It's time for our first break of the evening. When we return, we'll take a look at the standings and then get ready for the opening serve. You're watching exclusive coverage of Nevada Union Minor Volleyball on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
The Beam Center joins forces with Admiral Electric to offer you electrical services for your home and has a new line of whole house fans which will save you energy. They're also your headquarters for big screen TVs in Grass Valley, including the new 3D TVs, and feature the First Alert security systems as well as the famous Beam Central Vac system. It's fun and function at the Beam Easy Living Center in Grass Valley. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
We're back at the Ally Gymnasium on the campus of Nevada Union High School. Steve Sitter with Ed Martin here, and there we are. just about all set for Nevada Union minor volleyball, but before we do that, let's take a look at the standings in the foothills.
There we go. As we said, Granite Bay 4-0, 13-8 overall. Nevada Union coming off that 4-1, 17-6, lost to 1. Everybody else behind there, Del Oro hanging in the middle, 3-2, and strings on down to Wood Creek at 0-5. Rockland coming to town tomorrow night, 1-3, 2-game losing streak, but we got to get warmed up for the playoffs.
And we take a look at the 2014 Capital Athletic League standings. Whitney riding high, 9-0, 18-3 overall. Just 9 straight wins, just sitting right on top of the CAL. Rio Americano right underneath with 7-2 record, 17-4 overall. Placer 5-4, 14-7, and then underneath is Antelope at 3-6, Bear River 2-6, and El Camino looking for their first win, 0-8 in league and overall.
Well, nice to see Placer hanging in the middle there.
Be sure to join us for our next game, NU Miners taking on the Rockland Thunder. That's tomorrow right here at the Allied Gymnasium, game 2 of 3 straight home games for these Miners. And of course, you can catch all these shows each week, Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, NevadaCountyTV.org, Wave Broadband, ACTV Channel 20, and of course, on our YouTube Touchdown Productions Game of the Week channel. So with all that said, we'll take our second break of the evening, come back with the opening serve, player introductions, national anthem, all that right here on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
Today's modern transmissions are engineering marvels, shifting up to 7 different gears while you drive. That's why when your transmission needs service, you can rely on the experience of trained technicians Jim and Marvin at Jim's Transmissions. They have decades of experience and stand ready to repair any transmission problem, from a simple diagnosis to a complete rebuild. It's Jim's Transmissions, keeping your car and truck moving down the road. Preserve the memories of your special player or team forever at obphoto.com, the official photographer of Bear River football. At obphoto.com, you'll find the highest quality prints, mouse pads, coasters, photo buttons, cases for iPhones and iPads, t-shirts, sweatshirts, travel mugs, and more. obphoto.com even makes special requests. So enjoy the memories of the season at obphoto.com, your source for Bear River sports photos. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Gil. We are back here at the Allied Gymnasium at Nevada Union High School. Nevada Union on their last round of warm-ups here, about to take on the Ponderosa Bruins, a very formidable team. Even their junior varsity squad almost taking down the Nevada Union JV squad. They pulled it out in 3 games, but this varsity squad is having an excellent year, first place in their league.
And they play, they've got Jesuit in there with them, so there's always somebody to meet there. It's not necessarily a very deep league, but you've got one of those essentially magnet-type schools with parochial school like that. And of course, Jim and I always remember the first section title match in their gym, and there's a enormous cooler unit that sits right over the court, and so all night you're banging stuff off the cooler and getting the points made by the, mechanical equipment. But nonetheless, Ponderosa up there by El Dorado Hills, good school, lots of draw. We saw the JV team strong, strong fundamentally, good ball handling. No reason to think there's our, it's not your other player, because the way the rules work, if it goes over, hits the unit going over the net, you lose the point. So it's not your friend.
Yeah, we have some very interesting rules here at Nevada Union. Ponderosa bringing 4 brothers in Taylor, Tanner, Christian, and Kyle Sharon. A full third of the roster is Sharon, so I'm sure they will have their own very special dynamic as well.
Absolutely, and the 2 freshmen are twins, and the other one's a setter, one's the big hitter, so they're the team. When you say, what about Ponderosa, you say they're the Sharons.
Yeah, Tanner Sharon, number 3 for Ponderosa, is their big hitter. Coach Sockett was speaking very highly of him. Number 4, Howard Gomez is out. She said very big loss for them. And for Nevada Union, a very, very deep roster. And Evan Kittle having an excellent, excellent year. He's leading his team in kills with 130. And really, there's not a way to say too much about him. He had a great season last year, and he's going to have a great year this year as well.
It's been interesting because, they've been running the 6-2, and he's been doing a good bit of setting. And then, with Greg Paul out, they've gone back around to Mason Salcedo being the prime, essentially the setter, and using the opposite for the backup setter. And it's let Kittle really work on his general game. And I think, to me, it's always been he's a terrific generalist on the court. And, when you're a setter, you've got to spend so much time unconsciously running the team, dishing, spreading the ball, dishing it out, and the rest of it blocking. That it gets in the way of, it can get in the way, not to say that it does, but it can distract you from, your offensive game. And I think that's, the first match we covered this year, Kittle was our player's game. He just, that's what he does.
And I suspect that will not be the last time his name will grace that award. And you mentioned his overall game. Not only is he leading in kills, he's also leading in digs and is in the top 3 in both aces and blocks. Exactly. So his overall game really has come around, and it's showing.
Well, he had a terrific year last year. He's just, it was so nice when he, first came along a couple of years ago, and it's just like, oh, good, this guy can do it. We've got somebody solid in the lineup. So it's been a lot of fun to have him.
And solid is right. The NU volleyball roster, completely upperclassmen, nothing but juniors and seniors, but then you head over to Ponderosa with 3 freshmen, 2 of which are brothers, and a considerably smaller roster, and yet they are having a great year against some tough competition.
Well, it's just, it's how you play as a team. I think that's in this sport more than almost any. You can be a great player, but you can't pass, set, and hit. You can't do everything yourself. So you've got to be able to play as a team. And it looks like Coach Sockett's done a good job of keeping her team focused on what they're there to do. So
you can look forward to Rockland tomorrow. They will be here in the Allied Gymnasium taking on these Miners. And you can be sure, win or lose, they're still going to play as hard as they can, even if this is a non-league matchup.
Well, and I think, the thing we keep coming back to, they saw them at the preseason in a tournament. They'll see them, they're very likely to see them in the postseason and the playoffs, and, slot them in, get all the exposure you can. Don't just spend all your time playing in your league, and then, who are these guys when you need them in the playoffs? So.
And speaking of league matchups, Granite Bay having an excellent year again. They are without a loss in league, and they have already played Ponderosa and beat them. So both of these teams here tonight have lost to that 4-0 Granite Bay team.
Well, I guess it was the latter part of last season, we had a win here, and it was the first one in a number of years. I want to say, you know, the mid-aughts, practically speaking. It's just their Coach Honberger. You know, you may roll your eyes at some of his antics, but he gets his team, you know, prepared, and they come out on court and execute. And you know, you've got to play up to them.
And above all, it is hard to argue with such positive results that he gets.
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like the warm-ups are over. The Nevada Union team cleaning up, getting all those volleyballs back in that holder.
That's right. Get those ball carts filled up and out of the way.
We have fortunately avoided any line drives over here in the booth.
Steve, I think you just have, you know, it's like Joe Fitzlick with the cloud over his head. The volleyballs come for you, you know.
And there's the Ponderosa Bruins talking it over with their coaching staff. Nevada Union already on the court.
Nick Davis, number 5, libero for Ponderosa. We always assume our audience knows about the rover, sub in and out, as long as you don't serve more than you're supposed to. And going to be on the court about 98% of the time.
So we're just about ready here for some volleyball action here in the Ally. And you certainly would not be able to tell this is a non-league matchup.
No, it's a nice home crowd. Well, this is the point of the year you've got, you know, a little bit of an idea of what the team's going to be like. You know, they're in a position to go into the playoffs and have some success. And so, Ty Blount almost didn't stick his landing too well on that aerial flip.
Starts off every game with that aerial.
That's right.
So on the court for Nevada Union, we've got Mason Salcedo, Steven Skaggs, the leading blocker, Chandler Heppy, Logan Curley, Evan Kittle, and Harrison McCormick. And serving for Ponderosa is Taylor Sharon. Long serve, but it's returned to the net, lightly set it over. And there's the kill, partially blocked, but not enough as it flies out. The first point going to Ponderosa. And the kill is just a bit low as it goes into the net. That was Curley. Didn't look like he made solid contact as it goes straight into the net. Low serve. And a nice spike there by Skaggs. Skaggs easily the tallest player on the court right now by about 4 inches.
I was going to say, noticeably.
That's Salcedo back for the serve. Big high approach and slams it over the net. And this point is going to go to Nevada Union. I believe that was Sharon that was under the net there. Taylor, there are 4.
Exactly. Whoa.
And Mason's serve goes well out. So the service will go back. That's Tanner Sharon, the leading killer for Ponderosa, and his serve is well long.
Oh, exchange and service errors. Not much action there. Oh.
So NU with the serve. Game tied at 3. Booming serve, just clears the net. The return goes all the way back over. An odd set there as Skaggs just never had a chance to really slam that one. And the serve will go back to Ponderosa. That's Josh Bist serving for the Bruins. And a big slam there by Skaggs. And with that, Skaggs will come out, and Kelvin Johnson will come in and serve.
That's right. Cole Williams didn't keep his serve there.
The return is just over the net, but out, unfortunately, so that will be an ace there for Calvin Johnson.
All those Calvin Johnsons, the Megatron in the NFL, and
nice play to get the ball over the net to Nevada Union. The big slam partially blocked, dug out, and put home by Travis Nahughes. Good sequence there for both teams.
Really was. Nahughes really had a nice touch there.
Tapped over, saved by Nahughes. Back in the middle, dug out. And just played back over for the Bruins. Bruins set it up and slam it home. Kellen Salucci.
Yep, let's see that one again. So you got that. He just had a nice chance in a big hole in the middle of the floor, just able to sideways. I mean, he didn't expect that opportunity.
Back to live action. There's the slam by Harrison McCormick, one of the leading killers for Nevada Union. Partially blocked, but not nearly enough to stop that. Into the game for Ponderosa is RJ Banky, number 13. Is one of 3 freshmen. As Kittle serving, and that serve is going to fly well out. Christian Sharon now for the serve. Nice topspin to that serve, dug out. Bruins with a chance to kill here, but they will not get that chance as a double hit is called. Curley's going to come in here now for Cole Williams. Serving is McCormick. Big slam, blocked, but falls on Nevada Union's side. That was Tanner Sharon, the big hitter for the Bruins. Now Nick Davis in to serve. Odd position for a kill there. Bruins with a chance to recover. Defended nicely by Nevada Union. There's a block by Mason Salcedo. Goes up, blocks it again. 2 big blocks from probably the smallest player on the court right there.
Well, people always think you can smack down the little guy and you're hitting into his wheelhouse so often.
Mason sets it up. Tapped in nicely by Curley. And that point's going to go to Nevada Union.
Yep. Double hits. Just the ball bouncing around, you don't know where it is.
Skaggs is in now for Johnson. There's the serve from Heppy, giving the Bruins some trouble, and they're not going to be able to get it back over in 3. It's a nice, strong serve there by Chandler Heppy.
Almost didn't recognize him with that haircut, got his summer haircut.
His second serve. A nice slam, and that is out. That was Josh Bist going for the kill. And oh, yeah, they're going to call that was tipped at the net.
Okay.
Kittle does not agree.
that seemed a little not an evidence-based call, I guess I might say.
The loopy serve comes in. The slam not quite blocked. And on the second attempt, it falls out. So NU holding on to a slim lead, 10-9 here in the first game.
Boy, Skaggs takes up a lot of space in the middle.
That he does. Salcedo's serve. Oh, and a nice dig there. Slammed home by Evan Kittle. Nevada Union looking very strong. A very prominent net presence. Salcedo into serve again. Bruins set it up. There's the slam, partially blocked at the net. And that is going to fall.
Oh, got the touch. Nope.
Well, the line judge is calling a touch.
Yeah,
but
he's emphatic about it. He showed it right at first, and then he did again. Okay,
that will be the call.
He was determined.
Salcedo still in.
And he was really the person on the spot to see it. So
softer serve, loops in the middle, sets up, blocked up in the air. Nevada Union resets, and we're going to get a double hit call.
See that one comes over. Yep. That was what everybody got focused on the ball at the back and really missed the touch at the net.
Meanwhile, back to live action, a booming serve by Tanner Sharon. Caught everyone off guard. Came in low with topspin and just sunk right in the middle of all the Miners. There's again.
Wow.
Salcedo's going to get called for a lift here.
No way you wouldn't call that. That's, Sharon's got a heck of a serve there. Just a toss to the ceiling and then, like a starfish in the air.
And that ball will land just inside the line for a third straight ace.
From 11-9 to 12-13.
And he finally mishits one here. And that will fly wide, tying the score at 13.
But that was the 4-2 he had there, turned it around. Now you got to get control again. Here's Cole Williams back in.
A booming serve of his own.
Nice flat serve.
But played very well by the Bruins. I believe that was Christian Sharon getting the kill there. Put a good angle on it. And the serve goes back to the Bruins. Josh Bist back. And you recovers nicely. The big slam by Kittle. That's going to be tipped. That was Tanner Sharon.
And Harrison McCormick right away, held his hand up. That was me, that was my touch.
NU's going to call a timeout here with the score 15-13 Ponderosa.
Well, it was odd when we talked about how well Nevada Union was playing. They were only up by 2, and then Tanner Sharon comes in, serves half a dozen, and gets 4 points, and suddenly you're behind, you know. And so you got to sort of stop and say, okay, let's get the big Mo back again.
Yeah, Coach Sockett not exaggerating when she was talking about how hard Tanner Sharon can hit, both from the net and from the service line. It is a formidable serve.
Oh yeah, no, it's terrific. I mean, when somebody throws it up that high, you know they're confident they can make a good strike.
So Nevada Union trying to find a way to get some momentum back. Anytime they get a little bit of an edge, Ponderosa comes back with a vengeance. And the Bruins are now enjoying a 2-point lead and the serve.
Ponderosa's a pretty athletic team. They seem to play well together. But, it's like we say, they got those Sharon boys.
Well, that was Bist in for the serve. Ponderosa sets up. And someone from NU, that would be Tyler Geary, Steven Skaggs was in the net. So Bist with the serve again. Oh, kind of a flubbed set. And you manages to recover, sends it back over. And you still in recover mode, but here's the slam.
Whoa.
The dig comes all the way over the net. And a nice block there at the net. Looked like a dual block. Tavis Nahus and Kellen Salucci.
And then, McCormick goes down to try to pop it up, and it just goes back to the Ponderosa side under the net.
But a nice slam there by Steven Skaggs.
No, that was a good one. It came to Salcedo in the middle, able to set it tight like that, where a middle blocker can be so effective. A quick set in the middle.
Well, Skaggs is going to come out, and Kelvin Johnson in to serve. 17-14 Ponderosa in this first set. Serve comes in, Ponderosa sets it up, slams it. And you recovers. Here comes the kill. Nice block by Salucci. And the nice chip by Evan Kittle goes into the net. Tried to get a little too fine with it, and that'll put the serve back with the Bruins.
Ball was down about eye level. Not a good ball to try to finesse.
Ponderosa not able to get a kill attempt in. Nevada Union regrouping. Slams it deep, but Ponderosa sets it up again. And the long slam by Christian Sharon.
Got a touch call on that. The far line judges. Let's see here. There was our replay.
Yeah, that upon further inspection, that was Nahus getting all of the block with his left arm.
Right.
And Nahus now serving. And some miscommunication there. Chandler Heppy did not get very good contact on that. I don't think Salcedo was setting it to him. And the score is now 20-14, but Nahus mishits his serve, making it 20-15. And Evan Kittle is back for the serve.
5-2 run for Ponderosa. Puts Nevada Union behind with 5 points to go.
Nice low serve there by Kittle. Ponderosa barely able to get it over the net. And there's the punch attempt. Nice block there at the net. And that's going to be a point. Someone was in the net. I believe that was Salcedo.
Yeah.
And he was visibly frustrated with himself on that.
Well, and Salucci sort of had his way on that rally.
Big hit there. Nicely contained by Ponderosa, and NU contains their attempt. Long set.
Nice rally for sure.
There's the big hit, and that was touched.
Yeah.
Evan Kittle will get credit for the kill. And it is now 21-16 Nevada Union.
Still down by 5. They've got to put some points together and not just keep trading points with Ponderosa in a situation like this.
Well, Curley is now in for Williams. Curley, one of the top 3 in kills on Nevada Union. Low setup for that serve. There's the big hit, nicely dug out. Blocked by Salcedo and then popped up again. Big hit. Nicely defended there by Salucci. Ponderosa just sets it over. NU sets up. Big hit blocked. And NU just cannot recover.
Johnson tried to get down and couldn't really pop it up well enough for anybody to make a play on it.
And that looked like Salucci on that block. And now Nick Davis. Low serve. Now up NU. And Curley's going to get a kill. That was a very well-angled shot there, as on the block attempt, he just fell back into the net instead of bouncing back into Nevada Union's side of the court. Here's Chandler Heppy's serve. Nice long serve. Ponderosa having some trouble. They have to just bump it just over the net. Skaggs trying to place a kill, but Ponderosa recovers, has to just set it over the net. There's the big hit from the corner, and that's in.
Once again, Kittle on the right side, able to take advantage of it, his angles over there.
22-18, Ponderosa.
Still down by 4.
And Heppy's second serve. Ponderosa trying to set it up. Big hit, and that is out.
Wow.
Tanner Sharon just barely hitting it out.
It's one of those moments I thought I heard the ball hit something. You know it's auditory illusion, but.
Ponderosa sets up.
Whoa.
Big hit there from the left side. That was Tanner Sharon. Makes it 23-19. Nahus is going to come in for Benke. And that's Taylor Sharon on the serve. NU sets up. Good sequence. Ponderosa able to stop it. NU coming in again. Nice block by Tanner Sharon, but he will get called in the net. So the serve goes back to Nevada Union. 23-20.
Clawed their way to within 3.
That's Mason Salcedo in for the serve. Long, low serve. Ponderosa comes in, recovers. Big hit, tipped at the net. Tanner Sharon gets another kill.
Well, able to get up and not hit it down into the block, and it goes straight out.
He has shown remarkable control when going in for those big kills. And the big serve. Another ace. That's 4 aces in the first set. And that will go to Ponderosa by a score of 25-20. See the touchdown production scoreboard there. Ponderosa 25-20 in the first set. And with that said, as the teams relocate, we'll go to break. We'll come back here at the Allied Gymnasium on your Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
It's time to visit the newly remodeled B&C True Value Home and Garden Center. The new B&C has completely changed for your shopping convenience. Their new expanded garden center has everything you need, including expert advice on trees, shrubs, and perennials. Check out their new website and the new spring hours. And thank you for voting B&C the best hardware and building supply in 2012. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center.
Welcome to Plaza Tire and Automotive Service in Grass Valley. At Plaza Tire and Automotive Service, the customer comes first. We only do what's right for the customer, not necessarily what's right for business. Third generation family member, learned all that I know from my Grandpa Fred, my dad, my Uncle Mike, my grandma. My entire family's been a huge part of learning about the automotive industry. Grass Valley is our 4th location, and you can also find us in Colfax, Penn Valley, and Nevada City. I am Blake Hauser, and I welcome you to join us for the grand opening at our Grass Valley location.
The Beam Center joins forces with Admiral Electric to offer you electrical services for your home and has a new line of whole house fans which will save you energy. They're also your headquarters for big screen TVs in Grass Valley, including the new 3D TVs, and feature the First Alert security systems as well as the famous Beam Central Vac system. It's fun and function at the Beam Easy Living Center in Grass Valley. We're at SPD Market in Nevada City asking people what they like about SPD.
I've been shopping here for about 20 years, and the people are very courteous, and I especially like the meat counter. It's nice. You have a great selection, very helpful.
Because it's local, it's small, they have wonderful selections of things I need, and the personnel are very nice.
And that's why people love SPD Markets in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
We're back at the Ally. Going into set number 2, the Ponderosa Bruins on top of the NU Miners, 25-20 in that first set.
Well, Ponderosa was able to string points together on a couple of occasions there, and NU really couldn't answer that. They had a few unfortunate calls, some long serves, and just not able to bring the same level of coordination that Ponderosa did there.
Yeah, Ponderosa looking very organized. They definitely came in here with the plan, and they're executing it.
Plus, you know, Coach Sockett was, as we say, right about Tanner Sharon. But he's not their only offensive weapon, so, and they've made really good ball handling.
As we start set number 2, Mason Salcedo in almost comes up with an ace, but the spike there by Josh Bist puts Ponderosa on the scoreboard first yet again. Nevada Union looks like they're worrying about getting in the net like they did in the first game, so they're playing back. Oh, but the serve by Taylor Sharon goes right in the net. So again, we see both teams getting a point off of the other. Ty Blout coming in for Curley to serve. Good serve to the corner. Ponderosa recovers from the right side. The slam blocked. Tanner Sharon with another kill. And he is just racking them up here tonight.
It seems like some of his swings, you just can't do much with them. There's such power behind them.
And speaking of power, here comes his serve. Low with topspin. NU recovers nicely in the kill by Skaggs. Little pinball around and fall.
Right, it was between Davis and Tanner Sharon, so nobody could get a good hand on it.
Just an excellent place for that. And that's what NU needs to do more of.
Hit it where they ain't.
Riley Burzins to serve, serves it long. Ponderosa trying to recover. They'll just have to set it over the net. NU with a chance to set up. And nice tap in there by Evan Kittle.
That was all Evan Kittle, that rally.
Took advantage of a bad set for Ponderosa and just places it right under the net. Burzins again. Long serve set up. Nice tap, but dug out nicely. Set over. Ponderosa setting up. And a nice dig attempt, but they're going to say that it hit the court.
Didn't get under it.
So Josh Bist.
Bist is sort of finding his range there in the middle.
Proving that Tanner is not the only threat under the net. Nice dig and slam by Kittle.
Hit it off of Bist. Yeah, I mean, they've got Salucci and Bist both very effective in the middle and the front, so it's not all, by no means all Sharon's like you might think.
Kittle back for the serve. 4-3 Nevada Union. Nice low serve. Ponderosa trying to recover, and a nice block by McCormick.
Let's see here. Kittle gets the wind up and hits it off of Bist there. And Bist really knew he was had.
Meanwhile, at live action, Kittle just has to set it right in the middle. Ponderosa trying to recover, does so nicely, but Christian Sharon cannot get the ball over the net. (6-3) Nevada Union. Kittle back to serve once again. Another low serve, and Nick Davis can't handle it.
Comes over like that with a little float, and you don't know what you're going to get. You might get where it ain't.
And that serve will fly just a bit wide. The service goes back to Ponderosa. And you with a 7-4 lead. Down 1-0. And that's Tavis Ney-Hughes. Looping serve, Nevada Union sets up, and Kittle slams it almost out of the gym.
Went a long way. You were hoping somebody had a hand up at the net, but no such luck.
He may have mishit that just a bit, got under it a bit too much. There's the nice tip by Christian Sharon, picking up another kill.
Well, nobody was covering there at the net, so all he had to do was get it over the block.
Ney-Hughes serves again. Long serve, kind of handcuffs Burzins. Nice block at the front.
Oh, Heppy went under the net.
Ney-Hughes back to serve again, now all tied up at 7. And you sets up at the net, big slam by Heppy, but it's played well. A nice block by Heppy. And that'll get NU the serve once again. Curley's gonna come in for Ty Blout. And McCormick, with that excellent block, is back to serve. Nice recovery by NU. Ponderosa now sets up. Big slam by Christian Sharon.
Managed to hit it off the block and out of bounds.
Ponderosa doing a good job of getting that angle so that all they have to do is hit it into the block and watch it fly out.
Yeah, they're making their cross-court shots work really well right now.
Christian Sharon with a booming serve with topspin. But speaking of angle, Logan Curley comes up huge from the left side.
It was a nice play on Curley's part.
Skaggs is coming in for Burzins. And Chandler Heppy back to serve again. 9-8, NU lead in this second set. Ponderosa sets up, a slam from the right side. Will do the job as the dig from Kittle just a bit too close to the net for anyone to recover. Ties the score at 9-all, and Nick Davis back for the serve. A floating serve, and you sets up, big shot from the corner, Logan Curley again. Boy, that left side really is all Curley right now.
And it looks like, you know, it's just Taylor Sharon over there on the.
And a nice block. I couldn't tell if that was Skaggs or Curley. They were both right there.
Might give it to Skaggs under the circumstances.
Yeah, judging by their reactions, I think Skaggs was the one who got his hand on it. Salcedo back for the serve. Right down the line, Ponderosa sets it up. Partially blocked, but still in play, and you sets it up. Curley just sets it over. There's the big hit from Tanner Sharon, and that will do the job. 11-10 NU. Taylor Sharon back to serve. Big toss, almost hitting the basketball hoop up there. That's how big that toss was. It will result in another service error. As you take a look at the replay here, as the big slam just splits Salcedo and Skaggs. There really was no one in position to do anything with that. Back to live action, a nice block by McCormick, and Nahus is going to smash that long.
Way long, basically standing on the ground. Almost like an afterthought, that hit.
Here's Ty Blout back to serve, 13-10 Nevada Union. Nice setup, partially blocked at the net. Ooh. But Bist will get another kill. Tanner Sharon back to serve. Long toss. Looks like he took something off of that serve. And the big kill there by Kittle.
Pretty acrobatic approaches by Kittle tonight.
Seems like he's jumping from the baseline all the way to the net there.
Well, that's the difference, you know, when you're setting, you leave the ground to do something. You don't leave the ground and then do something.
Well, this point's going to go to Nevada Union. Going to get a double hit called.
Coach Sockett right away wants a timeout. Feels like her team down by 4 is losing their focus, I suspect.
And she might have a point. That first set was almost all Ponderosa after about the halfway point. They just had all the momentum. But now Nevada Union getting some big kills, some big blocks, and they really have taken control of the second set.
Yeah, all of a sudden they're up by 4 and staying there. And last time they were up by 2 at 11-9 and never were able to catch up again.
Now, this really is the point in set 1 where the game completely shifted momentum to the Bruins. And I think Coach Salcedo is going to impress on his players now that you cannot let up now that you're up 4, because we were up at this point in the first set and they came back.
Mm-hmm. And we've seen, you know, they can string a few points together and suddenly you're in a hole. So, you know, they've really, Nevada Union's got to keep their focus. Ponderosa's got to get theirs back.
Riley Burzen's back to serve for Nevada Union. Both Kittle and Heppy at the net. Nice low serve. Ponderosa scrambling to get something together. Now, and you with a chance to set up. Here comes the big hit into the net. Kittle wound up, but it was just a bit too far back to get a good angle on that shot.
Exactly.
Kellen Salucci is coming in for Nick Davis, and Josh Bist is back to serve. 15-12 Nevada Union in this second set. Soft serve from Bist. Salcedo puts it up. Nice dig. Ponderosa will lob it over. Salcedo sets up. Big block. And you in full recovery mode, and they managed to get it back over. A nice block there by Heppy.
That was terrific. Salucci really, it looked like had it down, and it did not go his way.
Ponderosa with excellent timing at the net, but Heppy was right up there, not fooled at all, and got a big block. Kittle's serve. Nice dig by the baseline. Here comes Kittle, and Kittle again from a bit away from the net. Slams it right there.
It just seems like he takes his swing a foot or so behind where he needs to be.
Nahus serves again. Salcedo setting up Curley. The big partial block flies over by the scoring table. And Curley will net himself a kill. Banky is coming in for Nahus for Ponderosa, and Curley coming in for Blout. And McCormick back for the serve.
The down ref making sure the scorer's table has those subs all properly tallied. Oh, nice.
The tap by Heppy, forcing NU to scramble, and this will be Ponderosa's point. I thought that was 4 hits for Nevada Union, but the whistle didn't come very quickly.
No, that looked like 4 hits, but I think icing on the cake.
Big hit there by Curley, partially tipped. And the service goes back to NU. NU doing a good job of not allowing Ponderosa to build once they get the serve. I don't believe Ponderosa has a service point since their timeout.
No, NU's done a good job of keeping control of this set right through the middle here where it matters.
Ponderosa setting up. Oh, big angle.
Unfortunately, his follow-through carried him right on under the net.
That was an excellent shot. If he could have,
shot.
If he could have stayed on his side. As it is, Heppy will serve again. 19-14, Nevada Union. Ponderosa setting up. Big hit by Tanner Sharon.
Man, great line shot there.
And he is just a threat all over the court. 19-15, Nick Davis into serve. There's the hit by Curley, and that will do the job. Curley, a very active net presence in this set. Didn't see too much of him in the first set. Seemed like it was all Kittle and Skaggs, but he has picked up the slack here in set 2. Here's the big hit from Tanner.
Wow. Able to get it in front of the back row and can't move forward fast enough with the ball coming down like that.
We've not seen too many errors from Tanner Sharon. A couple service errors, one he hit long, but that's really been it. He's very accurate. And there's Skaggs coming into the game and getting a kill. (21-16) Nevada Union. Ty Blout into serve. Ponderosa setting up from the left side, blocked by Kittle, but blocked out. So the serve will go back to Ponderosa. Tanner Sharon back for the serve. Lots of topspin on that serve, and the big slam by Kittle. So Kittle coming back strong after those few slams into the net. Comes back, gets a kill. Riley Berzins into serve. And some miscommunication there by Ponderosa.
Yep, take that other timeout.
So 23-17, Coach Saka takes another timeout. All the momentum still squarely with Nevada Union.
Yeah, they've been able to hang on and in fact increase their lead by 2, so they're up by 6 now at 23-17, and they've just got to hang on and get the rest of this done.
Just grab 2 more points before Ponderosa can get 8. And the way they're playing now, that should not be too much of a problem, but you can't let up until you've got those 25.
Yep. The Ponderosa coach is reasoning with their team about focus.
And it just seems like Ponderosa's problems haven't been getting the serve, it's been holding on to the serve. Because they've been breaking Nevada Union fairly consistently. It hasn't been too bad, and you haven't gotten a string of points. It's just that as soon as Ponderosa has the serve, and you comes back and grabs it right back.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they're not able to stay in the driver's seat like they were the first set.
So Riley Burzin serving again. The setup at the net. And Davis Alexander coming in from the left side. Doing a good job of hitting away from the Miners, and he will get on the stat sheet. Josh Bist in to serve. And there's the slam by Chandler Heppy. Heppy's been pretty quiet for most of this set, but a key kill there, and it is set point NU. We'll get a chance to set up. A nice block there at the net, but it falls out. Curley again from the left side, and that will do it for set number 2.
25-18.
On the touchdown production scoreboard there, 25-18.
Pretty decisive.
Excellent comeback, and with that, we will go to break. We'll be right back here at the Ally at Nevada Union. You're watching NU Volleyball on the Touchdown Productions Sports Network.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the Union Readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
Today's modern transmissions are engineering marvels, shifting up to 7 different gears while you drive. That's why when your transmission needs service, you can rely on the experience of trained technicians Jim and Marvin at Jim's Transmissions. They have decades of experience and stand ready to repair any transmission problem, from a simple diagnosis to a complete rebuild. It's Jim's Transmissions, keeping your car and truck moving down the road. Preserve the memories of your special player or team forever at obphoto.com, the official photographer of Bear River football. At obphoto.com, you'll find the highest quality prints, mouse pads, coasters, photo buttons, cases for iPhones and iPads, t-shirts, sweatshirts, travel mugs, and more. obphoto.com even makes special requests. So enjoy the memories of the season at obphoto.com, your source for Bear River sports photos. And of course, brought to you by Touchdown Productions, the Foothills leader in sports television. This is Gil Dominguez saying thanks a lot for tuning in tonight. And be sure to stay with us after the game as we present the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award, created by Stuckey Engravers. Once again, the Touchdown Productions staff will select the best player of tonight's game and award them with a plaque created by Stuckey's. It's the Touchdown Productions Player of the Game Award coming up right after this exciting sports telecast, right here on your NorCal Game of the Week. Guys, back up to you.
We're back for the 3rd set here at the Ally. NU has tied this game up 1-1 after an excellent comeback in that second set, icing at 25-18 against the Ponderosa Bruins.
And a little bit of surprise after the first set, where they were never able to really stay with Ponderosa. But in that first set, Ponderosa was able to string points together and get a lead and keep it. And Nevada Union, until they got to about 15-11, was never really, way ahead.
Yeah, and that 7 points is the most they've led all night. And they did, they had to battle through some tough rallies to get there.
Absolutely. Yeah, you didn't have the kind of dominance at the net from Ponderosa that you did in the first set, so it gave Nevada Union room to work its will in that set.
Yeah, Tanner Sharon much quieter in that second set than he was in the first. And we'll see how Ponderosa responds. They will get the serve. That's Kyle Sharon. And he's going to get an ace.
Oh, that's one Riley Burgess probably wished he hadn't gone for. That had one of those, what did I run over there and do that for, feels to it. It was a good line serve, but it might very well have gone out.
Much harder serve from Kyle Sharon. There's the touch over the net, almost gets it to fall. Ponderosa has to recover. And they're not going to be able to as Mason Salcedo comes up and gets a kill. So 1-1. Harrison McCormick back for NU to serve. A long floating serve from McCormick. NU sets up. Ponderosa, good job of defending. The kill from way back. And that will be a point. I believe that was Tanner Sharon. He was in the middle of the court when he hit that, and it came in with the force like he hit it right at the net.
Absolutely.
Freshman RJ Banky serving. And you plays it at the net. The big slam from Curley through the block and in.
Here we go. Able to come right out and hit it. Change the angle.
As we go back to live action, Heppy grabs an ace, making the score 3-2. Nevada Union. Low serve, Ponderosa sets it up at the net. Nice dig there by Kittle. They flip it deep into Ponderosa. Nice block by Skaggs.
Whoa.
And that will just catch the corner.
Wow.
An excellent shot there.
There's some grins at the scorer's table. I think Coach Salcedo sort of saying, really?
Well, the serve goes back to Ponderosa, 3-3. And a big slam by Curley. And Ponderosa somehow able to get that back over the net. Kittle flips it in the middle. And you maybe missed a chance there.
Wow.
But Taylor Sharon hits it a bit long. And then you will hang on and get the point.
Man, they dodged a bullet that time.
Both teams with some excellent opportunities.
And the down ref checking with the line judge on this end to be sure he's watching what's going on, you know. Some line judges, you think the ball has to hit them before they'll call it out.
Well, this one was called out, and Mason Salcedo to serve a long serve. Ponderosa has to play it deep, which they do. And a nice setup there.
Whoa.
Evan Kittle with authority. He slams it from the right side.
Well, you had enough of a fake there to put Ponderosa off its position.
So Salcedo serves it deep. Nice placement on that kill. And Tanner Sharon has to hit it again before he finally does get that kill.
You get that kind of overpass, though, and it looks as big as the moon when it comes up.
And it was a very good recovery as Taylor Sharon picks up a third service error, as that did not even come close to clearing the net. Cole Williams is coming in for Logan Curley. And he will go back and serve. It's 6-4 Nevada Union. In set 3, tied 1-1. Big floating serve. Ponderosa has to play it deep again, but now they can set up on the left side, and Kyle Sharon hits it into a block, which falls out. So it's 6-5 NU over Ponderosa. Tanner Sharon back for the serve. And he slams it, catches the top of the net as it goes by, and he will pick up his 5th ace. Six all. Tanner Sharon for his 2nd serve. That's a bit long. And that will be his 3rd service error. Riley Burzins coming in for Steven Skaggs. Burzins back to serve.
As long as you're better than 2-1 at aces to errors.
And Taylor Sharon is in the net.
When you lift the bottom tape, it's pretty hard to miss.
8-6 Nevada Union. Burzins back for his 2nd serve. Low just clears the net. Ponderosa sets it up. The big kill, and that goes off Cole Williams. Josh Bist got some good power in there. And Cole probably should have let that go long.
Yep. Oh, Coach Salcedo talking to him about his technique with that, too. How did you meet that ball? You didn't have an angle.
Meanwhile, Evan Kittle comes in and slams it off the tip. And MU will take a timeout.
Well, Ponderosa's managed to pull up to a tie. They were ahead by a good bit at the beginning, and it closed down, and suddenly here we are at 8-8. This is the point you got to decide what is it you're doing.
I believe neither team since the start of this set has managed to get more than 2 points in a row.
Exactly.
Both teams seem a bit out of rhythm. I mean, we've seen service errors from Tanner and Taylor Sharon. We've seen some interesting decisions from some Nevada Union players, to put it nicely.
Oh, yeah, it just seems like communication on our side is not very good, and the other side, people just aren't doing what they're there to do.
Difference between physical and mental errors.
Exactly.
So it's tied at 8. 3rd set. Each team has won a set so far. Josh Bist in to serve. And there's the communication breakdown you alluded to. Salcedo looked like he wanted to put that up for McCormick, but Heppy came in and tried to put it over and missed. Bist's serve is long, so again, not able to get more than 2 points in a row.
Well, and Heppy's been pretty effective in the net there on offense, and Salcedo's not been able to hit him the past couple of times.
Low serve by Kittle. Ponderosa sets up at the net, nicely blocked by McCormick. McCormick's come up with a couple of big blocks in this match.
Yeah, he's good at being where the ball's coming to.
Another low serve. And he recovers nicely. Here's McCormick. Ponderosa from the middle. And you recovers from the right side. And that's Kittle again.
Yep. Tanner Sharon had to make an adjustment in the air in the middle of that rally. That was something to see.
Ponderosa again not able to get much going at the net. Gives NU a chance to set up. Here's McCormick, and McCormick slams it down.
Taylor Sharon there not able to do more than get a touch on it.
So after the timeout, Nevada Union scores 4 points in a row. There's Ponderosa setting up at the net. That's going to be a lift.
Boy, most definitely the ball came to rest in his hand for a noticeable length of time.
Ponderosa may be getting a little desperate, feeling their backs against the wall now. As Kittle serves again. Nice setup there, and you defends it nicely. Here's McCormick. McCormick slams it back. Nicely dug out.
Oh.
And a nice slam there.
Came off the block and just kind of died in the middle of the court.
And I believe with that, all 4 Sharones have a recorded kill.
Oh.
I believe the side judge was telling Coach Salcedo that NU was short a chair, and there was I guess a high school regulation on that.
Can't have a mob standing down at the end.
Boy, they think of everything, don't they?
So often you'll get half the team standing and the spectators can't see. Not a problem in this gym, but does happen.
Big slam there by McCormick was tipped. Ponderosa recovers, dug out by McCormick. Placed in the middle, and a nice slam there by Chandler Heppy. It wasn't fast, but there were no Bruins anywhere around it.
Nope.
Curley is in for Williams. McCormick back to serve, 14-10 Nevada Union. Ponderosa again not able to get anything going at the net on the serve. Salcedo setting up Heppy, and Heppy with another kill. McCormick back to serve again, 15-10, Nevada Union. Tanner Sharon having a word with the head referee. That was McCormick's serve. Ponderosa trying to catch Nevada Union off guard. Wasn't able to, and another nice kill by Heppy.
Well, Heppy and Mason Salcedo have finally hooked up, and Salcedo's getting some good swings there at the net. But he played so much defense for a while, you thought of him as a back row player, but he's doing nicely in front.
Nice block up there by Heppy. A big slam coming from the middle of the court. And now Ponderosa can set it up near the net. There's the big hit, and that was tipped.
Oh.
Davis Alexander got a bit lucky as he slipped going into the approach for that kill. And still managed to get a good swing on it.
See that as it.
And there's the setup there from Salcedo to Heppy.
They really connected nicely the last little bit.
Big slam there by Curley. And Tanner Sharon could not get enough force behind that block to put it back over. Curley having an excellent game. He has been all offense. Nice serve there. Ponderosa sets it up on the left side, and Tanner Sharon slams it home.
Well, it's a duel of the left side hitters there with him and Curley. He may have a little more power, but Curley seems to be better at getting himself positioned.
Nick Davis on the serve. Looked a little uncomfortable in his footing. Big slam nicely blocked by Taylor Sharon.
I noticed that with Sharon a couple of times. With Tanner Sharon, he's moving his feet while he's trying to get in position. Not really going to the ball.
Nick Davis with another service error.
Or else you're like shuffling his feet. Yep.
Ponderosa not looking very comfortable, down 18-13 in this third set. Mason Salcedo in to serve. Uncomfortable. Oh, but a nice little touch in there by Bist.
Heppy had to make a dive and just sort of poke at the ball.
It looked like he caught it a bit high up on his wrist instead of square. So here's Taylor Sharon. Big, high toss.
Whoa.
And that lands long is the call.
Yep.
By just a pinch, according to
no,
the line judge.
It's interesting. The down ref seems pretty clear that it was in, and the line judge is coming up with a different call. But the down ref has been pretty, I don't know, emphatic would be a good word. They do get it. It was long.
So with that is a fourth service error on Taylor Sharon. That is 10 total service errors on Ponderosa compared to only 2 from Nevada Union.
That's those unforced errors like wrecks your tennis game.
Cole Williams is in for Curley. Williams back to serve. 19-14 Nevada Union. Some miscommunication there for Ponderosa. Banky wasn't sure whether to hit it or not. And that is an ace for Cole Williams.
Wow. Down 14-20, you better take the timeout.
Yeah, Coach Sockett takes another timeout, down 6 in the home stretch of this third set.
They really are talking to him about what do you think you're doing out there. That's a pretty animated huddle conversation.
You see there the touchdown production scoreboard. Ponderosa taking the first set, Nevada Union taking the second set, and poised in this third set up 20-14.
Yeah, that's 5 points to 11 is a major difference right here. You get to 20 with only 5 to go. It's not quite like it was in the days the first to 20, in the 30-point game was a little more of a point. Here you're kind of in the headed into the home stretch rather than out on the clubhouse turn. But still, up by 6 when you get to 20, you're in a commanding position.
And they can just trade services right now and still come out on top here in this third set.
Exactly. Unless Ponderosa can string some points together, Nevada Union's in an advantageous position.
There's a hit from the left side, not a lot of force behind it. And you sets up, and that will not clear the red and white pole. Oh no, I guess they're calling a foul on Ponderosa.
Right, I think it's a ball handling problem on the other side. Tanner Sharon did something he wasn't supposed to. I was blocked by the down ref. Now he hits the ball all the way to Penn Valley.
Now there was definitely some frustration in there. As we see Christian Smith coming in for Steven Skaggs. 22-14, Nevada Union. Cole Williams with another long serve. They're setting up from the right side, and a nice smash by Kyle Sharon. So 22-15, a 7-point lead here. Davis Alexander's coming in for RJ Banky, and Tanner Sharon comes in, and another service error. And that's 4 for Tanner.
Wow. He was a machine the first set and a half.
Yeah, that's about right. He's kind of fallen off. Lots of errors. Really hasn't put forth much in this set at all. Riley Burzins with the serve. Just clears the net. Ponderosa sets it up from the right side. Nice recovery.
Oh.
And I believe this is going to be a lift.
Yep.
Oh, a double hit.
Well, you're moving sideways and skittering your feet, and try to do that when you're not the setter. You're going to get that call about 80% of the time.
23-16 now. Josh Bist with the low serve, just clearing the net. From the right side, placed in the middle. Still live, but it will eventually fall. Nicely placed shot by Kittle. And now it is set point.
Man.
24-16, and Evan Kittle has been on fire. Just places it over the net, and you elects to set up rather than smash it right back. Here's McCormick, and McCormick will have it tipped out.
Yep.
25-16. An even more dominating set than the second.
Well, and Ponderosa, as you pointed out, lots of service errors and just unable to make things happen.
And their two big hitters in Josh Bist and Tanner Sharon went pretty quiet. Not really much going on for them except for some errors.
See that next to last point. Over, nice popped up there, and Salcedo able to run over and set it along the line there. So you get that nice, you don't go down the line, come inside the block. Unable to get it back over. That was Nye Hughes trying to get it out of the floor.
Yeah, at that point, though, I mean, Kittle has been on fire this game. He really has. He stepped it up after the first set, I think, and then he really came into his own. Knew when to hit it hard. He came off of a couple kill errors, hits it right into the net.
Exactly.
But he comes back nicely from that. Isn't afraid to keep going, and he knows when to hit it hard and when to lay it right in the middle.
Yeah, his shot selection's been excellent, and he's been able to be effective all over the court. But really, that right side belongs to him.
And how about Curley on the left side? He has been also on fire starting in that second set.
I think it may be part of why Tanner's Sharon cooled down was Logan Curley started hitting from the left side, and they had to shift resources over to deal with him.
You certainly could be right. I don't believe Ponderosa had a block in that third set at all.
No, I don't. That was really odd to watch. They just weren't able to answer the offense.
Also, NU serves, regardless of where they land on the baseline or trying to drop it right in the middle, Ponderosa can't get anything started at the net.
Well, they're coming over low and fast with a little bit of float. They're not power type serves, and so you've got to figure out where you're going to get it. It makes it hard to get an angle you can really control it. It's been effective, this service game tonight, and I think they had some service errors in the first set, but they've really calmed down and been able to make that an effective part of their game.
And you also saw in the first set, NU would serve, and it seemed like every time the ball floated over into Ponderosa's side, there was going to be a kill attempt. It didn't matter, like circumstances aside, they were going to hit the ball hard right at you. And now we're seeing in the third set them playing a more defensive game, trying to set things up in the middle and basically just trying to make do instead of coming in with a lot of power.
Right. I think, more defensive-minded, partly because the Nevada Union has spread the offense around. It's not all Evan Kittle. You've seen Heppy, you've seen Curley, you've seen a lot of people getting swings. And a little less net time for Skaggs.
There's Salcedo with the serve. Probably flying wide, but was taken in a big block there.
Speaking of Skaggs, that's what he does. Man, talk about a stuffed block.
And just when Ponderosa comes in with, trying to establish some offense at the net, there's Skaggs throwing it right back at him. So Salcedo serving again. Nice dig from the middle, and Kittle mishits it.
It's had trouble with a couple of those this time.
So for the fourth straight set, it goes 1-1. Big serve right into the net. That is number 5 service errors for Taylor Sharon. Ty Blout's going to come in for Curley, and Blout will serve. Kind of a normal serve. Throws Ponderosa off. And there's going to be a double hit called there.
Sometimes you can just see the awkwardness of the body language when the touch is made and know that call's coming. Seemed a little delayed that time.
Kyle Sharon with a nice serve, but NU able to recover. And Sharon ends up hitting it into the stands. So it's 3-2 Nevada Union in the fourth set. Calvin Johnson is coming in for Steven Skaggs, and Johnson will serve. Cross-court serve from Johnson. Ponderosa not really sure what to do with it. And I suppose the answer is hit it in the center of the court, and watch Johnson hit it well out of bounds.
All right, Johnson attempt to corral it and have it go way back behind the bench.
So we're even at 3. Josh Bist serving. Salcedo sets it up on the right side, and Kittle smashes it home.
Christian Cerrone with sort of a sheepish grin gets it hit over him right down the line.
And I do believe Evan Kittle has found his stroke. It's been a while since we've seen him miss-hit a big slam like that.
Right. I think some of the sets he's having trouble with are not where he expects them to be. The down ref seems to be a man of strong opinions.
And he overrules the flag.
Well, line judges, you know, they can lose your confidence sometimes.
Well, here's Kittle again.
Wow, nice.
And Kittle does not miss.
Well, you hit it off the top of the block like that, and just nobody can get a hand on it afterwards.
We're tied at 4 in the fourth set. Kittle back to serve. Low floating serve. Excellent block there by Harrison McCormick. Found himself in the right position, knew it wasn't going to be strong. He could go up and just block it straight down. Ponderosa from the right side. Big block there by Chandler Heppy.
Man.
And now we're seeing NU's net play much, much better than they have at the start of this match. Now from the right side, nice dig by Kittle. And it comes back up, and again with that little touch, he just has not found the right contact point. Looks like it's rolling off his knuckle maybe a bit before he makes the initial contact, and that's what's causing it to drop.
Right, yeah, it's just not, he's not getting the push he wants out of it.
There's Tanner Sharon. Get some loft on that serve. Lets NU play it right at the net. And Heppy hits it long. Heppy's been playing a pretty consistent game. He hasn't missed too many of those. And that will tie it at 6. Tanner Sharon, huge setup to that serve. And NU just going to have to set it right over, and Ponderosa does the same for some reason. The big slam by McCormick off of Taylor Sharon, and McCormick's going to get himself another kill. I'm not sure what Taylor Sharon was thinking when he was setting that over in the, he just had that in the prime smash zone, and he chose not to.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why you take that one yourself and don't do what I think do your job.
After a contest at the net, Ponderosa will have a chance from the right side, just tips it over. A nice dig from Kittle. Here's McCormick from the middle. And there's the big slam there by Curley.
Yep. And Taylor Sharon in the net to boot. Coach Salcedo, like,
8-6 NU. McCormick back to serve again. There's the big hit from Salucci, but it will fly long.
Yep.
Ponderosa not catching any of the breaks that they were catching in this first set. And it is now 9-6, Nevada Union. From the right side, and Sharon hits it into the net. Taylor and Tanner Sharon both going for those big hits and just not coming up with them. Nevada Union up 10-6 now. McCormick tries for a small pooch serve and can't clear the net. That will be a service error, although only the third on the match.
Often a problem for NU, so nice to see them missing them.
Oh, that was a big hit there by, I believe, Curley.
You had Christian and then Tanner Sharon both unable to corral the ball. Well, they must have to buy a cow a quarter at the Sharon household with 4 high school boys.
There's the big hit from the right side.
Salucci up there again.
Tapped nicely by Salucci.
I think the down ref checking to be sure he didn't hook the net on that last one.
It certainly looked as if his hand was over the net, but I don't believe he came in contact with it.
Nope.
So. And you setting up right at the net, and the big slam by Steven Skaggs. Boy, he barely has to jump to get up there.
It's reassuring to have Skaggs in the middle like that. You know?
Mason Salcedo in for the serve. And that will be another service error. So 2 in a row for Nevada Union, which has seen them serving the ball quite nicely.
Yeah, much less of a problem this season than it had been at times in the past. And whoa.
And speaking of service errors,
half a mile away.
That's 6 for Taylor Sharon. Ty Blout in to serve. In for Curley. The big hit from the left side, that's Tanner Sharon, and a palpable sense of relief there as he manages to get that not only over the net, but in bounds.
Yeah, if your hitter can hit the court, you're ahead to start with.
There's Kyle Sharon. Big serve, awkwardly played.
I think kind of surprised. Wow.
And somehow Harrison McCormick hits it across the court.
It's pretty remarkable, and really a lot of frustration there for Christian Sharon.
Christian Smith now is in for Chandler Heppy. 14-10 NU. There's the big hit from the right side, partially blocked. Comes back over and smashed by Christian Sharon.
Well, you get that kind of overpass, and you just can't do much with it. You know, I mean, you're not going to have much luck with it. Here's the Skaggs puts it up.
Just it comes off awkwardly.
Yeah, very much. Thought you might get a whistle for that.
I was expecting one too. Fisk comes in with the serve, and Evan Kittle just smashes it off of the 2 blockers as it flies into the stands, making it 15-11. Nevada Union, and Kittle's got the serve.
Tool it off the block in reverse. Usually it goes out and the other side.
Kittle goes down the line with the serve. The play goes to the right side, partially blocked at the net. And you sets up from the left side. That's Harrison McCormick. He's coming up big in this 4th set. Kittle still with the serve, 16-11 Nevada Union. There's the big smash off the lights.
Oh.
Still in play.
Couldn't get the elevation on it, though, to get it back over the net.
No, on his back, there was really nothing he could do from that far away. Big hit there from Tanner Sharon. Rebounds up into the lights. Now Tanner with the serve. There's the overpass and the big putback by Salucci, who has been fairly quiet all night, come up with a couple big kills.
When he's in the right place, he's really effective, but it seems to be just when he's there and the ball comes to him.
Tanner with the big serve again. No overpass this time. Menu sets up from the right side, and the smash by McCormick goes well long.
Might have to chase it out in the lobby. Uh-oh, let's see here, calling a touch. And the Ponderosa coaches really don't quite. Oh.
The up judge is saying it was tipped. The down judge is saying it wasn't.
Reasoning with the up ref.
And Coach Salcedo is saying it is their ball.
Yeah, that was an odd call. Think you see something where you're not the person in the best position to see it.
I think the up judge was just saying it couldn't have gone that far out without being touched by someone else.
I really didn't see a touch there. It puzzled me too.
No, and I think Salucci was right. There really wasn't anyone who was even in position to touch that one. Tanner Sharon, meanwhile, as we're discussing that, comes up with his 5th service error. Serve goes back to NU. That's Max Bishop into serve.
See, and he's losing the battle of aces to errors.
From the left side, big smash by Logan Curley. (18-14) Nevada Union. Max Bishop still with the serve.
Probably not.
And a nice smash there by Taylor Sharon, who has not had very many opportunities to do that.
Oh, yeah.
18-15, Nevada Union up 2-1 and up in this 4th set. There's a setup from the left side. Nice block there. Comes back to Nevada Union. They have to just set it over the top. Big set, nice block by Christian Smith.
Salucci thought he had that one down, and then all he could do was a desperate move in response and right out of bounds.
But Christian Smith getting himself a mention as he now comes out as Chandler Heppy comes back in to serve. Great block there.
Yeah, it's some really effective defensive net play by Nevada Union.
And there it is again. Wow. Skaggs comes in with another big block on Kyle Sharon, and it's 20-15. I think this late in the game, you have to start talking player of the game. And although Evan Kittle has been on fire starting in the 2nd set, my vote goes to Logan Curley, who has just been fantastic.
I think Curley's been the game changer. He's got blocks. He has very few errors. You know, if you look and say, and I think really his effectiveness is what caused Ponderosa to have to move basically took them out of their plan.
Oh, absolutely.
Out of their game.
Absolutely. You see an ace there by Nick Davis. That's his first. And I believe it is unanimous. Number 2, Logan Curley, with his consistent offensive play, is our player of the game for tonight. As we go back, there's a big hit there by Tanner Sharon, and he is very upset with himself.
Well, he's spraying the ball around. He doesn't have the same aim, the same ability to hit the court that he did earlier in the match.
And you see it there, the Touchdown Productions player of the game, Stookie Engravers. Number 2, Logan Curley, with an excellent game. It's Mason Salcedo with the serve, 21-17, NU up. NU will set it up on the left side, and there's Curley.
Wow. Not like so often when you say so-and-so's playing really well and you know, shanks the ball into the net.
An excellent cross-court smash from the left side where he has been so effective. 22-17 NU. Salcedo. It's it down the right line. On the left side, a nice block there as both Skaggs and Kittle were there to make that block. I believe Skaggs got his left arm in there. It's been very effective all night.
Yep.
And Coach Sockett will take a timeout. 23-17 Nevada Union.
Well, you know, when you're playing next to Skaggs, just jump up, you'll get a block assist.
Yeah, he's been right there, and he's gotten a lot of help as well. Has not been doing it on his own. McCormick with some blocks. Heppy. Even Salcedo has gotten some blocks tonight. Very active net play from the Miners.
And that's nice because you see in a situation like this, you're getting very little blocking, even block attempts from Ponderosa. So often in high school, teams really don't focus on blocking. And, you know, Nevada Union always has. You've got, and you get a middle attack and you get blocking, and it really improves the overall quality of your game.
And that really does show why Max Preps lists Nevada Union's volleyball team as 38th in the nation.
It's quite a team this year. And get Greg Paul back in the playoffs, and we could really be in a strong position in any case.
Here's Mason Salcedo. Long serve.
Wow.
Ponderosa does a good job to come back and set up Kyle Sharon for a big kill.
Yep, that was right to him. He was just that sort of giggling about it.
Taylor Sharon takes some off.
Oh.
And Salcedo trying to set up Tyler Geary, but handcuffed him a little bit and ends up hitting it into the net. So 23-19, Coach Sockett takes her second timeout. And now it's just a 4-point game. Ponderosa certainly with the ability to come back in this situation. We haven't seen them play like they have in the first set where just everything was landing. Everything was just going their way, firing on all cylinders. They have come into so many different challenges and roadblocks, and you see the coach is laughing a little bit, trying to loosen everyone up.
Well, that's it. I think they got tight and they can't get back, but he loosened them up a little bit, say, you know, just here we are, let's play this out and pay attention to what you're doing, the continuing focus issue.
Yeah, that really is the key. They have been giving a lot of points to Nevada Union for free.
Just, yeah. I mean, as well as Nevada Union's played, Ponderosa has been a big part of that.
I mean, you take out all of the different service errors and everything, and Ponderosa is in this game.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Kittle, got a little bit too far to the side, I think.
Yeah.
The set was a bit far.
Kittle checking to be sure.
So suddenly it's 23-20. NU needs to get this service back. Bit of a stutter step at the net. Couldn't get a good kill opportunity. Now they set it up. There's Kittle. Shoots it long. Ponderosa from the middle just taps it in. Ooh. And very nicely placed. That was Christian Sharon, one of the two freshman Sharons. And he's been lighting it up so far.
Yeah, he's been able to be effective.
Taylor Sharon, long serve, up to the net, hits it to Kittle, and Kittle smashes it off the block, and now it is match point. Nevada Union 24-21. Ponderosa's been clawing, but it comes down to this. Ty Blout on the serve.
Well, and Blout's a good one to have the serve in this situation.
Shoots it right to the middle. There, Ponderosa plays it safe, just sets it over. And now they're going to go from the left side. There's the shot.
And
someone was in the net for Nevada Union. It will be Ponderosa's point.
Mason Salcedo, I'm afraid.
Oh, yeah, you can see it in his body language. He's not too happy.
When you make the turtleneck, you know it was yours.
There's the big serve from Kyle Sharon. And you will set up on the right side.
Whoa,
there's the
very
smash
nice
from Kittle. And good night, Nevada Union comes away victorious. 20-25, 25-18, 25-16, 25-22. And the fans here tonight for this non-league match will not come away disappointed. We saw two very high-caliber volleyball teams come into the Ally tonight.
Well, it really was some great play, and, you know, it was never, I mean, I guess the third game there, NU pretty much dominated. The first, Ponderosa did, but, you know, nobody just ran away with the whole thing. It was a lot of spirited play, and, you know, I mean, the service errors really hurt Ponderosa, but, you know, we saw, as we said earlier, Logan Curley just able to come in on the left side, take Ponderosa out of their game, put Nevada Union in a strong position where everything didn't have to go through Evan Kittle, and, you know, gave them a chance to win this match.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, by my count, Logan Curley has well over 10 kills on the night. Kittle probably has a bit more than 15, but a lot of errors. Kind of struggled a little bit early on, gave some of that momentum back to Ponderosa, but when it came to Curley on that left side, he was going to deliver either into a block. He wasn't going to make an error. He was not going to miss.
It was very consistent play.
Yeah, and that consistency kept Nevada Union in when they could have possibly slipped, especially in that fourth set. Ponderosa coming back. Yeah, a lot of the big shots went to Kittle, but I mean, Kittle is just that kind of player. He's going to come in. He wants the big shots, and really when the pressure's on, he's not going to miss those.
Right. No, terrific showing tonight, and, you know, back tomorrow night with Rockland, on Monday with Granite Bay. Some exciting volleyball just ahead for Nevada Union fans.
Yeah, be sure to join us tomorrow. Nevada Union Miners taking on the Rockland Thunder right here. Check us out, YouTube, Touchdown Productions, Game of the Week. Tune in each week, Comcast Channel 11, Suddenlink Channel 16, Wave Broadband, ACTV Channel 20. So many ways to watch us. You have no excuse for missing this excellent Nevada Union volleyball team.
Absolutely. It's a good year for NU volleyball.
Our executive producer tonight, Gilbert M. Dominguez. Director, Patrick Sheehy. Camera operators, Bianca Cruz Manifor, Lauren Unger, and Tony Rondini. Announcers, Steve Sitter and Ed Martin.
Thanks, Steve.
Remote facilities, Commander 2. Commander Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service, and Reeby's Auto Parts. Player of the Game Award, Touchdown Productions, and Stookie Engravers tonight going to Logan Curley. Touchdown Accounting, Cinto Graziano LLP. And that will do it for us here at the Allied Gymnasium. Nevada Union volleyball victorious over the Ponderosa Bruins in some non-league action. 3-1. Excellent volleyball. More to come tomorrow. Rockland Thunder come into the Ally to take on Nevada Union. Just sure to be an excellent year for Nevada Union. We'll see you back here tomorrow.